Ludwig van Beethoven, German composer, December 17th, 1770 to March 26th, 1827. Music should strike fire from the heart of man and bring tears from the eyes of woman. Only the pure in heart can make a good soup. Don't only practice your art, but force your way into its secrets. Art deserves that, for it and knowledge can raise man to the divine. What you are by accident of birth. What I am by myself. There are and will be 1,000 princes. There is only one Beethoven. I will seize fate by the throat. It shall certainly never wholly overcome me. Music is the one incorporeal entrance into the higher world of knowledge, which comprehends mankind, but which mankind cannot comprehend. Tones sound and roar and storm about me until I have set them down in notes. Music is the wine which inspires one to new generative processes, and I am Bacchus who presses out this glorious wine for mankind and makes them spiritually drunken. The barriers are not erected which can say to aspiring talents and industry, thus far and no farther. Friends applaud. The comedy is over. I joyfully hasten to meet death. If it comes before I have had opportunity to develop all my artistic faculties, it will come, my hard fate notwithstanding, too soon, and I should probably wish it later. Yet even then I shall be happy, for will it not deliver me from a state of endless suffering? I must confess I lead a miserable life. For almost 2 years I have ceased to attend any social functions, just because I find it impossible to say to people, I am deaf. If I had any other profession, I might be able to cope with my infirmity, but in my profession, it is a terrible handicap. A true artist is expected to be all that is noble-minded, and this is not altogether a mistake. On the other hand, however, in what a mean way are critics allowed to pounce upon us? Music is a higher revelation than all wisdom and philosophy. Nothing is more intolerable than to have to admit to yourself your own errors. Music is the mediator between the spiritual and the sensual life. Recommend virtue to your children. It alone, not money, can make them happy. I speak from experience. The true artist is not proud. He unfortunately sees that art has no limits. He feels darkly how far he is from the goal, and though he may be admired by others, he is sad not to have reached that point to which his better genius only appears as a distant guiding sun. This is the mark of a really admirable man, steadfastness in the face of trouble. Oh, you men who think or say that I am malevolent, stubborn, or misanthropic, how greatly do you wrong me. You do not know the secret cause which makes me seem that way to you, and I would have ended my life. It was only my art that held me back. Ah, it seemed impossible to leave the world until I had brought forth all that I felt was within me. A great poet is the most precious jewel of a nation. Off with you, you're a happy fellow, for you'll give happiness and joy to many other people. There is nothing better or greater than that. When somewhat at a distance, I cannot hear the high tones of instruments, voices. In speaking, it is not surprising that there are people who have never noticed it, for as a rule I am absent-minded. and they account for it in that way. Music, from my 4th year, began to be the first of my youthful occupations. Thus early acquainted with the gracious Muse, who tuned my soul to pure harmonies, I became fond of her, and, as it often seemed to me, she of me. I only live in my music, and I have scarcely begun one thing when I start on another. As I am now working, I am often engaged in 3 or 4 things at the same time.